in there like swimwear.
Hold down, man. Suitcase this, my cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlifted. You know if them female officers be fucking up the road? Hell yeah, man, they be fucking off the chain, man. Check it out. Straight thong game, man. Look, man. Man, them hoes be fucking off the chain.
What's up, nigga? What's up with these hoes, man?
My dog Kfrog is the only one that I know that these bitches are fucked up about.
What bitches?
And all these staff, CO bitches.
What's up, everybody? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor and hit that like and subscribe button. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Also, make sure your notification bell is placed on all and not personalized. Therefore, you'll receive the notification to all videos when they drop. I know a lot of people be leaving comments in the comment section saying they ain't receiving notifications and stuff like that. And all I could do is repeat this every once in a while just to kind of help y'all solve the issue. You can also unsubscribe and resubscribe. That right there might fix the problem. But anyways, man, for this video here, you already know what we're going to be speaking on, man. As y'all seen the intro, man, you know, ain't nothing but real deal, real spill over here. Now, before we do get in this video, though, I'm going to make it known that I'm not going to be throwing out there anything that took place with me and a female officer. All right. And the reason for that is because people who know me, they know what time it is. And they know I did have a female officer while I was incarcerated. Now, the reason I'm going to do that is because I don't want to, you know, dirty the face of that individual. And, you know, I don't want to bring the heat on them. So I'm just going to be speaking on, you know, if they fucking or not. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people you'll come across will jump on a dirt bike. They'll take off and tell you that they have female officers when they were incarcerated. All right. More than 90% of the people that tell you that shit, if not more than 95% of people that tell you that, it's bullshit. Okay. When it comes to pulling a female officer, you're on a compound depending on how big the compound is. All right. You might be on a main compound where there's 1,800 to 2,500 inmates. So you're going to feel special if you're the one that pulls that female. Out of everyone there, every day she comes to work, she's got someone in her chest trying to, oh, you look good today, or, you know, just trying to say that one line that stands out compared to what everyone else is trying to feed her, all right? And it actually does work, though, because, you know, you got women that, you know, they get treated like shit by their man on the streets, you know, and they have issues and relationship problems, but then they come to work and they feel special. All of them feel real big-headed at that because it don't matter how damn ugly they truly are or how good-looking they really are. They're going to get beautiful comments and sexy comments and all this shit thrown at them 24/7. You feel me? Because you're an inmate, you're going to try to get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? So you have the female officers that walk around with their chest out that feel like they truly feel like they are as beautiful as people tell them. And that ain't always true, you know what I'm saying? Because I done seen way more ugly-ass female officers than I have, you know, pretty ones. But those are the ones that abuse the authority, the ones that feel like, I know I'm the shit. Anyone in here would want me, you know? And then you got the ones that, like I said, ain't used to that type of attention. They done been in the same relationship forever, probably get treated like shit, probably known as about it on the streets. Everyone probably ran through them in the neighborhood they're from, so no one treats them like they're any type of special at all. And then you have inmates that'll just throw that nice line out there, you know, that makes them feel appreciated. And then that's when you get in their head and you hook them. All right? Now, all the way from juvenile programs to the chain gang, they fucking. That's simple. And I'm not saying just female officers, all right? I'm talking male officers also, all right? And them female prisons, man, them inside of female prisons, man, them female inmates be getting knocked up and everything by officers, you know? Because you got to look at it, man. You got however many female, you know, inmates are in the institution, and then you got male officers and female officers, man. Them females want that thing. They want that pole, right? So, of course, they gonna, you know, they gonna bust it up and do what they got to do to pull an officer. And a lot of times, officers do get caught and get fired behind that because they become pregnant, them inmates. You know what I'm saying? How you get pregnant in here, obviously, it was an officer because there isn't no men in this institution other than the staff. You see what I'm saying? when it comes to male prison, like where I was at, you got females officers that are getting blown up by inmates. Okay, like I have a homeboy that's had 3 kids since he's been in prison. Literally 3 kids. And at Vizzo, the grandma, you know what I'm saying, or his family, his mom, you know, would bring the kids to see him, when their mom in all reality works inside the institution. You know, that's how, you know, it is. You know, you can't help. The heart wants what it wants. You feel me? Now, as far as like the ones that try to push it out there so hard to where like they ain't fucking, a lot of times, you know, those be the ones that do be putting out like that. You know, they know what they're doing. Just like you would on the streets when you try to talk and you try to finesse and hit them with that game and get in their mind, and, you know what I'm saying? Before you get to, you know, fuck them, you know, physically, you want to fuck them mentally, you know? So before you even try to even spit game at the chick and everything, you already know you're contemplating on what to say, because like I said, you want to stand out. Whatever you say, you want it to hit her harder than all the other 150 compliments she probably received on her way from when she first got in this morning and walked past the chow hall and made it to your dorm. Any inmate that went by her that knows she ain't bringing people to confinement for talking to her that type of way, done threw some type of, you know, compliment out there just to, you know, just to try to feel them out. So, but it's just like on the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're trying to talk to a female, man, they ain't God, you know what I'm saying? They're not a fucking golden ticket or nothing like that. They'll act like they are, you know what I'm saying? And the ones that act like that are the ones that are big-headed, like I said, you feel me? But you just talk to them regularly, man, you know? And from what I found out while I was incarcerated throughout my bid, which I said I ain't gonna get too into detail with it, but depending on where you're locked up at, I know up north, they fucked up about white boys from down south. For some reason, boy, they love a white boy from down south. You know, and you got the male officers that, you know, they be aware of it, you know, because you're going to find out while you're there, you're going to find out that the officers are smashing and stuff like that. You know, like I said in a prior video a long time ago, I used to be on the compound in confinement, looking up all these officers on Facebook and shit, seeing what they be doing off, you know, off shift and stuff. And I seen like pictures and party like stuff with cakes and bottles inside the captain's office on the compound. Like they were doing parties and shit once the compound's locked down, which at 11 o'clock, that's when everything's completely shut down, lights are out and everything. And meanwhile, while that's like that, they're over here partying, drinking, hanging out, vibing, which if you look at it from their point of view, you know, that ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Because they're at work, they're hanging out, you know? But they're just normal people. But then they'll put that front on in front of you and act like they something high quality type shit. You know, like they're worth a lot more than they truly are. When really, I used to look them up on Facebook. I used to see her kissing and making out with that one. And then I see him when he works in the chow hall. Then you see her when she works in front of the school building. You know, shit like that. So then you start learning more about these people than they think you know. You feel me? And I ain't gonna lie, I was in confinement, had nothing but time to kill, and I would look them up. I'd look up the female officer, let me see what she look like, you know, boom, 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 learn a little bit about her, see what she be doing on her days off, you know, stuff like that. And I even tested the waters one time with them and started liking a female officer's photos while in confinement. You feel me? And she never told on me. They could have came in there the next day, you know, flipped my bunk, went in there, fucking raided my room. They could have did all that, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? And guess what happened? I ended up, you know, probably like a month and a half later, once I was out of confinement, I ended up looking and I got notifications that she liked my shit. She started liking my photos, going on my thing, leaving little heart emojis and all this stuff. And then she'd come to work and I'd see her. You feel me? So it's like they definitely, you know, put out. It's not like they don't. You feel me? If you're someone that dates a correctional officer, you know, do not put it past that person. You know what I'm saying? Because it does happen. All right? I've seen female officers get escorted off of the compound. They escorted her off the compound for having, you know, a relationship with an inmate. And her husband worked on the other side of the compound. So he's sitting there walking, screaming at them like, man, no, man, y'all got my wife messed up. Y'all got my wife. And trust me, that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? Females will bring food in. You know, you could be dating an officer and making dinner for your loved one at night, and they making that shit leftovers. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I'll bring it to lunch, baby. And they're bringing it and giving it to an inmate. You know? Speaking on real shit. Things that took place during my bid. You see what I'm saying? So, it definitely does happen, all right? I will tell y'all one story, though. I'm going to tell y'all one story about this one girl I pulled. You feel me? I didn't even really want to pull her. She was a chubby girl, you know what I'm saying? But I pulled her, all right? And the way I pulled her was just asking for a razor to shave. Literally. I didn't even try to pull her, and I think that's what made me pull her. You feel me? We used to nickname her and call her Maggie Moo Moo. You feel me? Me and my homeboys were like, oh, there go Maggie Moo Moo. Like that. But I went up to the flap and asked her if I can get a razor. And she was like, yeah, I'll give you one. She's like, come back and remind me after count. I'm like, all right. Boom. Next thing you know, I walk back up there. I go to pecking on a glass. I'm like, I go like this to show her, you know, I need a razor. And she was like, she gave me the razor. Me, I didn't think nothing of it. Next thing you know, like fucking 5 days go by. She walked by my bunk and she was like, you should shave again. You look better with your face shaved. So I'm like, I'm in the chain gang, man. I don't really care about looking good. She's like, no, trust me. It's worth it. So I'm like, all right. She goes and gets me a razor. So then that was her little key to let me know I look a little cute to her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, shit, whatever. Boom. Still didn't really think nothing of it. Next thing you know, we're on the rec yard one day. She's with one officer. They're over there clowning, talking and shit. I'm walking laps around the rec yard. I decided, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go over there and I'm just going to tell her a joke. Fuck it. My homeboys, I don't do it, bro. You're going to go to confinement, bro. She going to book you, Frog. She going to book you, bro. That's what they kept saying. She going to book you. And I'm like, fuck it. It is what it is. If she booked me, she booked me. So I walk up to her, said some little corny ass joke. And from there, it was a wrap. Next thing you know, she's hit me up on Facebook from home while I'm inside the chain gang, writing me while she's off. You know what I'm saying? Put me up on game and all about when shakedown's coming and everything. You know? And, you know, I caked with her a little bit and stuff like that. I ain't hit her, though. You know what I'm saying? But we ended up falling out or whatever. I cut her off. She took one of my homeboys to confinement, and I wasn't with that shit. You feel me? I told her, nah, that's my homeboy. You feel me? You can't book my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? So I cut her off, you know what I'm saying? And then she ended up taking me to confinement because I cut her off. She came to work like 2 days afterwards, and then she was yelling at me how I left her on red. You feel me? Like, she'd literally be at home and she'd be messaging me. I would write her back and forth. But, you know, I was caked up with a bunch of different females at the time. Real people on the streets, real people I know, and stuff like that. Ones that are actually shooting that bread, shooting me money, and coming to Vizos and all that I ain't have time to just... You feel me? I was really just trying. She was like my, you know, that was my informant of the compound. She just put me up on beat about the shakedowns and shit like that. But I wasn't really trying to fuck with her like that. But it just threw me because I had pulled her. Real country ass woman too. She was real country as hell, you know. And then she didn't like I left her on red and shit like that. So little things like that to get you caught up. But they definitely are putting out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to throw out there anything else, all right, about my situation. Feel me? And the reason that I won't do that, like I said in the beginning of the video, not only because, you know, I don't want to get no one in trouble or nothing like that, but there's actually male officers that hate me, all right? That literally hate me, that will most likely, 9 times out of 10, report the woman, you feel me? And try to make her lose her job and all that. So I won't really get into nothing physically about me on my behalf. But I done been through it all right? I done maxed out credit cards that belonged to them when I got transferred. Sent my kid a bunch of Griffey shoes and outfits and shit by using their credit card. You know, like the whole 9. You feel me? But like I said, this video is just to let you, it's just basically my opinion and my answer if they fucking or not. Which, yeah, they are. Okay? And like I said, it's not just female officers. Male officers too be getting that shit in. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. There's someone I know that has kids with the nurse. The nurse done had 2 babies with someone. You feel me? That's still at the same institution and all. She gets pregnant and everything. Don't even know it's with an inmate. She goes on leave from when she's preggo, when she's about to have the baby and everything, and really she's dating the dude that's inside the prison. You feel me? This is the type of things that go down, you know what I'm saying? And everyone wants to feel like they're gonna get the female. You know, everyone does. We had one who looked like Taylor Swift, right? And they used to call her what was it? Trailer Swift, because we was out there in like the sticks, like it was rural country. So they called her Trailer Swift, you feel me? And she was like one of them ones that a lot of people were like fucked up about. You know, a lot of people were like, oh, that's that baby, you know, and shit like that. And so many people would try to hit on her. So many people would try to holler at her. But she carried herself like a ran down Walmart version of Taylor Swift, you feel me? And you couldn't help but think she's pretty. But believe it or not, the one person who's not trying to holler at her, who sees through that shit, that's going to be the one person that draws them in. And that's 9 times out of 10 what happens. When you're just being yourself and you're just carrying yourself, you're not trying to impress. When you're not trying to impress, you're just carrying yourself and you act how you act, you're going to stand out because your vibe's going to be totally different and stand off and stand out compared to everyone else's vibe because they're just trying to say the next best thing to get in her head. Feel me? Then once you just start being yourself and you catch the little signs she's throwing because now she's trying to impress. Now when you peep that, now that's when you flip around and you pull out that art of seduction. And you start reading the art of seduction some more and then you get in her head. You feel me? That's what you're supposed to do. And then boom, since you're in the chain gang and she goes home every night. Same thing for females. You're in the chain gang and the dude goes home every night. You know not to take them 100% serious. You feel me? Because, you know, however much you turn them on or no matter how much you're getting in their head and everything, they're still going to go home to someone else. And even if they don't go home to someone else, you're just going to turn her on and get her all hot and wet for the next person. You feel me? She can't physically touch you like that unless, you know, that you make it through some blind spots. Like I said, I won't get into that. But, you know, so you know not to take them that serious, but don't let them know that that's what your plan is in your mind. Because if you let them go too far, you'll lose them. Just like a fish. Cut them some slack, but you want to make sure you still got them on the line, you feel me? Don't let them just run way over there, you know? Because once you do that, you'll fuck around and lose her. She'll feel like someone else, she was wrong about you. Someone else can treat her better or talk to her, and then she'll be talking to another inmate. And then that right there is when heads collide. There's people inside of prison that get wet up, flipped, like literally have life problems because of officers. You know, if you're trying to, if a female officer likes you or even tries to talk to you and they see you even trying to talk to her or walk next to her or say anything out of the ordinary or anything that seemed like a compliment, and then someone else was known for messing with her or someone else thinks that she likes him, they'll literally try to get you out the way and get you off the compound over that female officer, even if it was nothing like that with them. You feel me? It could be nothing like that with that person, but just in their mind, it's the closest thing that they get to attention. So they're gonna feel like, oh, she likes me, bro. You feel me? She likes me, bro. That's where a lot of people slip up and go to confinement because they think that the girl likes them, and really they don't. You know what I'm saying? They're just thinking. You know, they're like, oh, she didn't book me, bro. Or they'll go get in the shower or whatever, and then they'll look over, and then if the lady's doing count, or if she just happens to look off rip because of how many of them actually do put out, the inmates will think, she was checking me out, bro. She watches me when I go in the shower. You feel me? And then that's when someone will try to pull out and gun or whatever, and then they book them, Dano, straight to the confinement. She scream on you, ah! You know? And that's the type of shit that happens. But you better believe it, man. They do go down in there, though. Straight like that. Boy, just like you get loving on the streets, man, they get loving in the chain gang. Your ass either finna stick to what you supposed to stick to and get you a female officer or use your hand, or your ass finna fall victim and fall in love with a boy. Straight up. So you just gotta make sure you know you play your cards right. You feel me? I made this video real quick just to tell y'all, man, that shit does go down like that, man. You feel me? And it will always go down like that. There's no way to stop it or prevent it. And that goes for female prison and man prison, you know? And at the end of the day, that's why they take it so serious, and they ship people, hit you with staff relationships and all different things like that, and they'll put you under investigation, get you up out of there. This one female told one dude I knew he looked like Kevin Gates. He swore she was in love with him. Next thing you know, he starts trying to act like Kevin Gates. He pulls her, though. He ended up pulling her, and boom, she got caught and got fired over the shit. She was the coolest, like, female officer I've ever ran into. And she lost her job by telling this one dude who he looked like, and then next thing you know, another person told, another inmate will tell. An inmate will write a kite or go tell because they're jealous. You know, it's a tricky situation, man, when it comes to, you know, pulling someone like that. You feel me? It's crazy. You could get a staff relationship, you know, right up and put under investigation and shipped through a male inmate and a male officer also. If they feel like that person's bringing in that dope for you, or they're treating you any type of special ways, or y'all are cool like homeboys and y'all click like dogs and all that, they'll hit boom and do the same shit. So it ain't got to be a physical male and female, you know, but y'all get what I'm saying. This is about, you know, that's, you know, to let y'all know that shit does go down, you feel me? Which it ain't just there, it goes down like that anywhere. You know, not even just prison. I'm talking about in school, people hitting teachers, you know what I'm saying? Hospitals, people hitting nurses and doctors and shit. That shit goes down everywhere, man. I just wanted to touch bases on this topic because, you know, people don't really speak on it. And if people do speak on it, they'll lie their ass off and tell you they had 1, 2, 3, 8 of them, 9 of them. You know what I'm saying? Which, bad. And when they jump on that dirt bike, dun, 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 bad. And they go to the moon, where they done took off like a rocket. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone wants to feel cool. Everyone wants to feel like, man, hell yeah, bro. And people don't really know the truth, so they'll believe anything you tell them. You feel me? Then you got someone like me who really did have a female officer. You know, but I don't come on here and put it out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Because the real knows what time it is. You feel me? But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one on up. But I want y'all to drop in the comment section on this one. You hear me? I want y'all to drop in the comment section if you was ever locked up, or even if when you was in school, or, you know, if you was a patient somewhere, anything. If there was ever a time where you felt like the nurse or the teacher or the officer, if you felt like you could get her, or if you did get her, or if you're a woman and it's vice versa for males, you know what I'm saying? If you felt like the doctor wanted you, or if you were able to get the teacher, you know, I want y'all to drop in the comment section, because a lot of things like this do go on a day-to-day basis on the streets. You see what I'm saying? So I like to see what everybody does. It's kind of like I read what y'all have had happen to y'all in y'all's lives. You know, just like I come on here and I break it down and tell y'all about me and shit I went through and things I witnessed. I like to read the comments a lot because I like to see what others witnessed and what they went through. Feel me? I'm different. But anyways, y'all go ahead and handle that, man. I'm going to wrap this one on up. I appreciate y'all watching. Till next time, this Frog.